Hey team, I'm in the Gold Coast. It is 5:45 a.m. Beautiful sunrise out here. I have my kiwis. I actually go home today. I leave for the airport in a few hours. That is just so delicious. The Gold Coast has been beautiful, very peaceful, very relaxing. I still stuck to my diet, so don't you stress. Here is what my physique looked like on today's check-in. Looking pretty shredded now. Let me show you around real quick. Tell me that is not absolutely beautiful. How grateful I am. Maybe I'll say that in every video. So grateful, so grateful. Oh, unreal. We always want what we don't have. We always think the grass is greener. Every single time I notice it with myself, where the last few months I've been thinking, oh, I can't wait to get back to Ireland. Like, there's going to be these good things and there's going to be this. I'm enjoying myself out here traveling. But like, Ireland's going to be good. When I am in Ireland, as soon as I am home about a week, I'm going to be thinking, oh my God, remember when I was in the Gold Coast, looking at the sunrise in warm weather at 5:45 a.m. with my golden kiwis, making my YouTube videos. I'm going to look back on times like this for the rest of my life probably, because so nice. I'm going to go watch the Smashing Machine movie today after I check out, I believe, with The Rock. So maybe I'll give you a little update on if that was good or not. Fun fact about me, I love movies. I'm really trying to get into movies. You know, I'm trying to get better at understanding them, get better at writing and directing, all of that crap. So maybe this will be a theme on the channel, probably not.
Yeah, I never reviewed it. It was okay. I probably won't go and see it again. The only thing I really think when I see somebody in a movie that is on roids and they look huge is I just can't wait to be like 30 and just blast testosterone. Not to look cool on stage or in a gym, just to look sick in fits like this. To have your tricep popping through a linen shirt. That's really all I took from the movie. Alright, back to the video.
Anyways, good morning. Welcome to the video, and I will chat to you later. It is now Thursday, the 9th of October at 5:35 a.m. I am back in Bali, as you can probably tell by the prison environment. Today is an exciting day for me. It is a great day because yesterday I finished my cut. Today is technically day one of the gaining phase, but it's day one of the reverse diet, which I'm going to be explaining throughout this video. I just wanted to give you a quick morning physique update and weight update because that's how we measure progress. It's first thing in the morning, and then also show you what I'm going to be doing every morning, first thing. So back to consistently taking creatine. I'm going to be taking about 8 or 9 grams of creatine per day. Obviously I couldn't take that as I was traveling through Australia because you can't really bring a white powder through the airport and say it's for my gains. Then some electrolytes, just because it's hot in Bali. I sweat a lot and I should be getting some sodium in. Let me quickly weigh myself. This morning's weigh-in was 78.65. That is just one morning. We usually take an average over the course of a week. I will get a better physique update for you guys when it's not pitch black outside anymore, because this doesn't look very good. It's not very flattering in my prison bathroom here. For some context, I was paying €220 a night for my accommodation in Sydney. This accommodation was €430 for the month. Maybe you've heard people say in the past that they look flat during a cut. So let me explain what that means, because I definitely look flat here. When you consume carbs, your body stores it as glycogen in your muscles. This is what you use for your energy. And the more glycogen you have in your body, the more water you are holding onto, which gives you that full look. But when you're on a dieting phase and your carbs are low for a long period of time, and you're using your glycogen stores as soon as you introduce carbs into your body, you don't have that full look because you're not holding onto water. So that's why I look quite flat here. But as soon as I reintroduce carbs into my system, I'm going to really fill out with this current leanness. I'll explain to you more throughout the day my exact process of my reverse diet in terms of calories and cardio targets, step targets, all of that stuff. But while I waste time here and wait for my coffee shop to open, I'll explain the main purpose of it. A reverse diet is not 100% necessary. It's just another one of those things that can help you get 1 or 2% extra results. Now, there's a lot of supposed argued scientific factors as to why you need to do a reverse diet when you have been doing as much dieting as me, where your metabolism really slows down and your body becomes efficient. So if you jump up way too high in calories straight away, your body is still in that efficient mode and it just stores a whole load of body fat. But all of that aside, the main purpose of a reverse diet for me is to accurately find my calorie maintenance before I go into a surplus. Because my calorie maintenance is going to be different now at my new weight and my new metabolism. And I want to be in the most controlled calorie surplus possible. I want to only be in a surplus of around 100 to 300 calories above my maintenance. My gaining phase is not going to be me eating 4,000 calories a day, putting on as much weight as possible. In a gaining phase, all we want is a slight calorie surplus to have enough energy to progress in the gym. And 50 calories above our maintenance will do that. 100 calories above our maintenance will do that. But it is so hard to find a 50 calorie surplus that what we do is just eat in like a 300 calorie surplus and accept that extra fat gain to ensure that we are in a calorie surplus, but we don't even need that many calories above our maintenance. So the purpose of the reverse diet for me, and I'm trying to get out of this reverse dieting phase as quickly as possible, is to jump up to what I estimate my new calorie maintenance is before I get into a calorie surplus. So I've pulled back my steps and my cardio because they're not as needed in the gaining phase, obviously, to 90 minutes of cardio a week and 10,000 steps a day. And what I estimate my calorie maintenance is on this activity level with 5 gym sessions a week is going to be around 2,700 to 2,800. So I'm going to try that number for around 2 weeks and see if my body weight stays the same. My body weight is going to go up a little bit because reintroducing those carbs, like I mentioned earlier, is going to add glycogen, add water weight to my system as I fill out. But then I want to see if my weight kind of starts staying the same. And that way I'll know, all right, that is around my calorie maintenance and I can go into a small surplus from there. All that aside, I am buzzing to have more food. Oh my god, 2,800 calories. I have been in a dieting phase or yo-yo dieting for 7 months now, 8 months now. Oh my god. I'll talk more about this later, but I needed this so bad. Alright, I'm gonna go get some steps in, do some work on my phone until this coffee shop opens at 6:30. Chat to you later. As always, first thing in the morning, let's get a nice hit of protein as I haven't eaten for 10 hours and we need to keep protein synthesis going. Motorbikes are back in the videos. One of the main purposes of a reverse diet for me and for my clients is basically just staying mentally locked in when you finish a diet. Because at the end of a dieting phase, you're going to be the hungriest, your cravings are going to be the highest. So you don't want to just flip the switch one day and allow yourself to eat as much as possible, because I'm so hungry right now, my appetite is so high, I could eat 5,000 calories without me knowing for the next 7 days and put on 5 or 6 pounds of fat. We want to gradually increase that food to where you're not so hungry that's going to cause binging. Because as soon as I get back to eating at maintenance calories for a couple of weeks, most of those cravings are going to be gone and I'm not going to want to binge on shit food because my body just wants more food. It doesn't want shit food. So we're keeping things as consistently as possible. I'm sticking with my black coffee. I'm not just flipping the switch and going and having a caramel frappe latte cappuccino that has 500 calories. I'm keeping things consistent and just slowly reintroducing good carbs. That way we can stay shredded and just pack on lean muscle tissue. Carbs. I have around 500, 600 extra calories to play with now on this reverse diet and going into my gaining phase. And every single piece of calories that I have added to my diet is all going to be carbs. A little bit of fat, but mostly carbs. Because my protein was already high enough for me to retain and build muscle. I just have to increase carbs, increase my energy to progress in the gym and fill out. So with this extra 500, 600 calories that I have to play with, around 400
500 of these calories I'm going to be introducing as carbs before my workouts. Because like I said, the most important part now is having energy to progress in the gym. So my first full meal of the day is going to be a big cream of rice, which has around 80 grams of carbs. This is going to be 2 to 3 hours before my workout. And then what I'm going to introduce before my workout, which I didn't have before, is some fast digesting carbs. So 15 to 30 minutes before my workout as well, I'm going to be topping up my glycogen stores with something that is fast digesting. If I was in Ireland or Australia, I'd be having Squares bars. They're delicious. They're rice-based carb stores, fast digesting sugars. But here they don't really have anything like that. So I'm going to be looking for something similar. Any sort of sugary cereal bar that is rice-based will work. That way overall I'm going to have around 150 to 170 grams of carbs in my system before I actually go and work out. Then after my workout, my diet will be more so protein, fats, obviously carbs as well to replenish my glycogen stores, but most of my carbs are going to be eaten before my workout. So here I have an absolutely delicious chocolate cookie power bowl cream of rice. This has 40 grams of protein and I believe 70 to 80 grams of carbs. I also have here some strawberries for extra carbs, extra taste. And what I'm going to put on top, like my porridge, is some pink salt for some extra sodium. I am delighted. Carbs are great for muscle building. Do not demonize them. And voila. Let's give it a try. This is such a heavy bowl too. The amount of carbs in this is going to fill me so good for my sessions. I'm so excited to just be full for my sessions again and really progress. When you are on a fat loss phase, your gym sessions are about survival. You are trying to get through the sessions to retain your muscle as much as possible, especially when you're getting super lean. Now that I am on my reverse diet and I'm going into my gaining phase, I get to really fill myself up with carbs and feel full for my sessions and really push progression. Look, if you're 15 to 13% body fat, you definitely should still be progressing session to session while you're on a fat loss phase. But when you're getting sub 15% body fat, you're not going to be packing on a whole lot of lean muscle tissue with how low your calories are going to be. Your job is to just retain your muscle for that short period of time while you strip off that body fat. But now it is time for me to eat. Let's go. All done, feeling good, feeling full. Time to get some steps in and look for a Rice Krispie Square Bar alternative. So why does everybody use Rice Krispie Square Bars before their workout? Because square bars are simply puffed rice, sugar and syrup. Fast digesting carbs that hit your bloodstream quickly. That means fast energy right before your session and it's not sitting around in your gut too long. And they're also low in fat and fiber, which makes them easy to digest, lower bloating, and they're super cheap, convenient, and they taste good. But I'm in Bali, so I need to find an alternative. A lot of you may simply think, I'll just grab whatever cereal bar is available. But the problem with most of these is that they're mainly oat-based or nut-based, which aren't going to be fast digesting. They're more slower digesting carbs that won't give you that quick energy and they'll sit in your gut. Another great option is a rice-based cereal, so Cocoa Pops or Cocoa Crisps in Bali. This is mainly just puffed rice as well and sugar. But the problem with this one in particular is that this is high in fiber, so it's not going to digest as quickly. This is the best option that I can find here. It is a fit bar. Now, the problem with this and why it isn't perfect is that it's 10% oat-based and then 33% rice-based, whereas a Rice Krispie Square Bar is all rice-based. This is the best we can do. It is low in fiber, it is high in sugar, and it is high in rice-based carbs. Only 90 calories and 15 grams of carbs, so what I'm going to do is have 3 of these bars pre-session. Maybe a little bit of honey on top, just to add some sugar and extra carbs in there too. And this tiramisu flavor is unreal. I am not going near that. So I'm about to head to the gym right now. I'm going to have 3 of these fit bars, which are 270 calories altogether and 45 grams of carbs. I'm going to be trying some different things, different carb amounts, and try and find what's really optimal for me. This is all little stuff you don't really have to worry about, but I enjoy making things optimal. And then I'm also going to add around 15 grams of honey. I don't have my kitchen scales yet, but I'll have to just make a decent guess. 2 of these fit bars, or maybe just 1 fit bar, however it comes out as. That is going to be an extra 50 calories and 12 grams of carbs. So overall,
57 grams of carbs pre-workout. Let's fucking get it. I'll see you in the gym.
Push day, let's go. Does it feel amazing to have extra calories in me after months and months of yo-yo dieting? Yes. It is so good to finally have nothing in my way and just push as hard as possible in the gym, knowing that progression is all I need to build muscle. So we are starting with a neutral grip incline press. The neutral grip is going to help us target the upper chest a little bit more, which is a weak point of mine. Notice I will always be talking about weak points because I have a lot of them, but I absolutely love this incline press machine. I did 3 sets for 8 to 12 reps. Then I'm moving on to this lateral raise machine. Look at those side delts popping out. I am doing 4 sets, I believe, for 10 to 15 reps because this is the absolute GOAT shoulder press machine. And look, I am training so hard to absolute failure on everything because I have the food to recover now and I'm focusing on my sleep and I'm keeping my stress low. Then we moved on to a tricep dip machine. This is an exercise that I've kind of struggled with for a while, so it'll take some getting used to. The lateral head of my tricep is quite a weak point as well, so I need to get strong on this as well. But it felt pretty good this session, and I look pretty sick doing it, if I don't say so myself. Then we moved on to a pec deck. I did 2 sets for 8 to 12 reps again. I'm keeping a slight bend in my arms and my elbows. I'm driving as hard and aggressive as possible on the concentric, and then I'm slowing down the eccentric to 1 to 3 seconds, really controlling it, training to failure, not letting my form go. When my form goes, I bail out on the rep. Then we are finishing with a tricep extension. This is a little bit weird maybe for a lot of you people thinking this is not full range of motion. This is exactly the range of motion I am looking for. 90 degrees to full extension. I absolutely love this exercise. And then I did some posing after. I wasn't very happy with the look. I was looking a bit watery. But anyways, great session.
Workout done. That was amazing. I feel so happy to have more carbs in me. I am at a place called Open House Cafe in Canggu. This is the best food by far in Bali. You can order from the normal menu or you can just take off exactly what you want on one of these menus. So what I got was a beef patty, 3 fried eggs, sweet potato, pumpkin, roasted pepper, hot sauce, barbecue sauce, around 700 calories. I also had to put the note, no oil, no butter. The reason why I can't really eat from here when I'm on a dieting phase, even though it's healthy food, is because they definitely underestimate the calories in their food. I've been tracking food myself for 6 years. I have a pretty good idea of what amount of calories are in certain things and what amount of calories will fill me up. So when I have a meal from these guys that is supposedly 500 calories and I am full for 6 hours, I know that it's not really 500 calories, and also the food is just way too tasty. In fitness, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Oh my god, I almost forgot to show you guys my next meal. It is almost 5 p.m. I just ordered my meal from Pump Kitchen, the same place I got the cream of rice. I've just been working for the last few hours. Here we have, it's a bit ambiguous what the calories are. I don't need to go into it. I'll go into it. So they had like a shrimp, rice, bowl, whatever thing on the menu. 450 calories, 45 grams of protein, low fat. Then that was out of stock, but I could build my own bowl and I could just kind of add the same things to it, but it didn't have specific measurements for the specific things in the bowl. It'll be fine, it's not that big of a deal. I think it's like 100 grams of shrimp, 250 grams of cooked rice, tomatoes, mango, and then some pump sauce, which is just like chili mayo kind of thing. But yeah, I got a bit overexcited today with my food and I actually only have a protein shake left for the day after I eat this, and it is only about 5 p.m. I'm still quite hungry, to be honest with you. I think as soon as I got in the mindset of more food, I just got a bit excited, but it's okay. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning for some reason, so I started eating at like 6, so I'll probably be in bed by 8, so this is fine, I guess, to be finishing most of my food at 5. But yeah, I'm still quite hungry, I can't lie. I cannot wait to get into an actual surplus of food, because I'm thinking, just based on how I'm feeling at the moment, my estimated maintenance, which is around 2,700 right now, is not going to be my maintenance. I think it's going to be more so 2,800, 2,850, 2,900, something like that. Anyways, gonna watch this collab. Sam Sulek, Sebum, David Lade. This is like Avengers Endgame for me. This is sick. This is epic. Raw, hour-long training video. Eat my meal. Let's go.
By the way, if you are watching this reverse dieting video and you haven't actually gotten lean first, then let me tell you, there is an aggressive fat loss guide in the description, which is a 60-page PDF that I made on exactly how to do your own cut, exactly how to drop fat fast and retain your muscle, step by step. And I also included my complete case study to losing 15 kilos in 13 weeks, what I did every single week. So go check it out. And you can also apply for one-to-one coaching if you're interested. The application form will also be in the description. Now, what should you do with your activity level when you reverse diet? Because when you're in a cutting phase, you'll probably have steps high, or you'll have cardio high, or maybe both of them moderate. So what should you do with it? It's actually pretty simple. Just gradually decrease cardio as you gradually increase calories. There's no special trick to it really. The only problem with cutting out your cardio and steps completely while increasing your food is it just increases the risk of a load of unnecessary fat gain, because your expenditure is going to come way down while your intake goes way up. It's all about kind of just picking numbers and then seeing how your body responds to it. So just bring down your cardio a little bit and bring up your food a little bit and just see how your body responds after a couple of weeks. Or you could keep your steps and your cardio the exact same and bring up your food a lot and see how your body responds after a couple of weeks. Or you could bring your cardio down to 0 and half your steps, but then you can only bring up your food a little bit because your expenditure has gone way down. For me, I was doing 30 minutes of moderate intensity cardio 7 times a week and 12,000 steps on 2,100 calories. Now I am trying 2,700 calories on 10,000 steps and 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week. So my cardio has gone down by 120 minutes a week, my steps have gone down by 2,000 a day, and my food has gone up by 600 calories because I was in quite an aggressive deficit before that. If you were just in a moderate deficit, your changes cannot be that big, or else again, you're going to put on too much unnecessary fat. Start slow. Also, by the way, am I looking quite tan? Or is it just this lighting? Alright, see you later.
Oh my god, this is like the worst lighting possible. This couldn't be worse. Finn, if you're watching, I know you're not watching. You would hate me for this lighting. Okay, I'm not moving, whatever. Final meal of the day. Meal. It is literally just 1 scoop of my new protein powder. What is it? Double rich chocolate. I've got high hopes for it. With some almond milk. So I like to space my protein out. I don't have any calories left. I got a bit excited today, so I don't have any carbs or fats. But I always like to have protein in my system, so I try and have it as late as possible, usually something light. So a protein shake is not going to keep me up, you know, it's not going to be sitting in my stomach. And I'll have that protein in my system, then I'll have another one as soon as I wake up in the morning. I guess I'll give this a little review. Do you know what is one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world? And this could be the same with everybody. It's just bad packaging. It's like I don't know how much this company is worth, but like, can you not make some decent packaging? It's so annoying. It is so frustrating to me. Like, oh, there's going to be paper all on the protein powder now. Just make better packaging. Look, it can't be that hard. Invest into it. My rating of this protein powder now is going to be like 2 points down because of this. Smells like chocolate protein powder. Almond Breeze, 50 calories a pop. We use almond milk, a bit lower in calories. 1 scoop. Here we go. Let's hope this is good because I have 30 servings of it now. It's pretty mid. It's okay. It's fine, it's fine. The thing with Optimum Nutrition and a lot of other protein powders, it's just super like watery. Like it's watery. The Cinnabon Ghost protein powder I had, which I'm going to be thinking about for months now, when you put it in almond milk,
it makes it like creamy. Like I would be so excited for my protein shake every day. It was like creamy. Same with Naughty Boy caramel biscuit. Did the exact same thing. It made it creamy. Oh, so good. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I am so excited for this next phase. I'm only 1 day into gaining and I've already found my love for training again, which sounds so dramatic, but it's true. Starting the gym super skinny and just spending 5 years bulking and trying to get as big as possible and get as strong as possible, that is my roots in the gym and training. So now that I'm back just optimizing getting as big as possible, it just feels like I'm reconnecting with that past part of me, that past self. And it's just so enjoyable because I've spent the last, 7 months, 8 months since February, either extreme dieting or yo-yo dieting or thinking about calories. Or now I'm actually in a controlled surplus, a controlled environment where I don't have much travel planned. I get to focus on my sleep, focus on my recovery, focus on my nutrition timing, focus on not going too high on calories, focus on not going too high on fats, hitting carb targets, hitting protein targets, training intensity. It's all up to me now, which is so exciting. It's all in my hands. There is nothing in my way. And I will say that in the last 4 months, I haven't been happier than what I have been in the previous 7 days. Just focusing on my own training, my diet, focusing on providing the best service possible to clients, focusing on creating content, focusing on improving quality, focusing on myself and my mind rather than pushing for more numbers month by month and just pushing for work every second. And I feel good now. I'm super happy to be here, super happy to be in this gaining phase, super excited for it, super excited for you to follow along this journey. Cannot wait. I cannot wait. A lot of big stuff planned. Next week I'm going to be showing you my full workout split, so it's going to be a 5-day split. I'll be going through it throughout the week, each session, every exercise I'm doing, how I'm approaching it, sets, rep ranges, all of that. And then when I get into my gaining phase properly, I will do a whole video on how to do your own lean gaining phase. So gaining as much lean muscle tissue as possible without gaining excess fat. And then you let me know whatever else you want to see, because I'm trying to post on YouTube at least once a week, but I want to make it 2 or 3 times. I cannot wait for this journey. I will see you next time, whenever that may be, and whatever I'm talking about. Alright? Thanks for watching. Drop a comment or something. I don't know. That it might help. Or refer me, tell your family and friends. I don't tell your